This is Michael with Digital T-Shirt Shop. We're looking at BigCommerce, the admin side of BigCommerce. So, kind of the next thing that we were going to go look at is the channel manager. Now, uh, what the channel manager allows you to do is sell your products on other platforms, basically. Um, Facebook, I've already kind of gone through setting up. So we're going to talk about it briefly. I honestly have not done all of these, uh, and I honestly do not know a lot about all of these. So being upfront about that, you're not going to get a lot of information about this other than just seeing that they're on here. And I may ramble and speculate just a little bit upon them. So, first of all, you have eBay. So with eBay, basically what you're doing is you're setting up an integration. Um, you can see right down here that it'll give you up to 1,000 free listings, um, lower final value fees, easy to create branded store experience. Um, you can get 3 months of eBay Premium Store free by going through this, and it'll actually kind of tell you kind of what you need to do and the steps that you need to do to set it up. Um, I have integrated. I guess it depends on to what efforts you want to go into things. Um, I have done eBay integration before on another site, and I want it to be incredibly easy for me. I don't want to have to jump through additional hoops. I don't want to have to um, uh, have extra stores I have to go in and extra settings that I have to go in and set up, or extra um, completing orders that I have to do. I want it to just be really easy in the one location that my order is, and fill it there. Um, and it hasn't, my previous experience with eBay has not been that way. The integration was not such that I closed the sale on my end and it closes it on eBay's end. And so it was adding a whole nother login step to go into eBay and manage everything on eBay's side as well as managing it on my side when I just wanted it to be a seamless integration. Now, I have not set this up in this method and manner and know whether that's the case in this case as well. Um, but more than likely, I would speculate that there's a degree of management that has to be done on the eBay side as well. That even though you may set it up and you may push the feed through and all those different types of things, it's not all going to be managed within BigCommerce. So, or it's not going to be, whatever you do in BigCommerce will end up appearing on eBay. So there's probably going to be a degree to which it'll have to be managed on both platforms. Now, the Facebook I set up already. I'm not going to go click on it. It's got all my information on it. But basically, what you're doing is you're setting it up so that it finds your Facebook page, and you're setting up an ad campaign through Facebook. So integration through Facebook. Um, it Yeah, Facebook's kind of one of those funny things. I've done a bunch of Facebook advertising in the past. I haven't done it where it's been integrated into the site like this, and maybe this might be a little bit better. But in the past, I know that a lot of people sell a lot of products and a lot of shirts and a lot of things like that through Facebook because of sponsored ads. But I haven't always gotten the results that I wanted to get through them, and I've not always been able to get um, uh, view the what am I trying to say? View how positive the results have been. Um, and more of the, I would imagine that more of, uh, and again, I have not done this through this type of integration, but imagine where you see the better results is through a standard campaign. And maybe this is set up a lot better that you actually do see more specific results. But where you actually go into your Facebook account and generate specific ads with specific products, and then you can go in and actually see the specific results of those specific ads, and how they're tied to specific products that you're selling on specific platforms. And I would imagine, again, I haven't done this. I don't know just quite how detailed it's going to be as far as the results that kicks out to you. So, Pinterest. So you can see here that it does Pinterest integration as well, selling directly on Pinterest. And I would imagine that what they're doing is they're actually linking back, because Pinterest doesn't have from what I'm aware of, an actual pay on Pinterest option. More than what they would be doing is they'd be bouncing back to your site and making a purchase from your site. So um, I may actually set this one up and try it. Um, but what I need to do is I need to go play around with them a little bit more. Amazon. Now, Amazon is a funny little beast. I sell on Amazon. I've done Amazon FBA and Amazon storefront accounts and different things like that. I'm selling T-shirts, which is what my business is a little hard because uh, Amazon wants you to have a UPC or some type of product identifier, GIN, whatever, for every single product that you have. If you don't have them, you need to have um, permission to sell without them, like without that universal unique identifier. So this would probably be a little bit different for somebody who's selling, say some type of a game or whatever that actually has that UPC already on the box. When you're talking about items that do not have them, it, I would imagine you're still bound by the other rules that Amazon has as far as the types of products you have, as well as um, category approval. There are some categories that you're required to get approval to sell in. You would have to have those set up in advance as well on Amazon. You have to have a Seller Central account and link the Seller Central account to it. So and then in addition to that, that whole thing, and I've done videos about this in the past, and you can go look at the Amazon videos that I've done. So in addition to that, you have some limitations as far as the number of items that Amazon will sell. And so when you get into like t-shirts are kind of a funny thing in that um, every t-shirt size and color is considered a variation or an individual product. And so when I take the number of colors and the number of sizes that I sell, I max out on the number of listings that I can put on Amazon at about 400 shirts. Otherwise, Amazon starts piling on additional fees that end up being incredibly more excessive and higher than what I would have had to have having just a regular Seller Central account. Hundreds of dollars higher. And um, then you also run into some of the issues, and this is one of the issues that I'm having with merch by Amazon. I want to be able to do things once and not have to replicate my work over and over and over again as much as possible. Um, and Amazon is one of these locations that is a real stickler about things that are not selling. Now, I think the impression is that you can buy anything on Amazon, but that's not really the case. You can't really buy anything on Amazon because if it ain't selling, Amazon's not going to sell it. And if it ain't selling, Amazon's not going to allow it to stay listed on Amazon for a long time. You're going to have to find an alternative to it through Amazon, or something of the sort. So your items that do not sell within a 6 month period or a 1 year period start to get flagged as items that do not sell, and then um, this is where you start to acquire a lot of the fees and things that can take place. And they have the same practice with items that are sent through Amazon and sold through FBA. And that's where you get the long-term storage fees. They'll start charging you for a product that's not turning, and they start penalizing you for listings over a certain number uh, that are not selling on Amazon. So you've got some real issues related to that. So um, Amazon, and I don't blame them. I don't fault them for being that way. It just makes work more complicated. Um, they're doing the same thing with merch by Amazon. If you take your images and you put them on to do third-party printing and selling through Amazon, and what they're doing is they are after they may have changed it to 6 months now, but I think it was at 3 months. Your items would just start dropping off. Amazon will just start dropping them because you're not selling them, because they want to keep the latest and greatest and the fastest moving, and put their efforts into, instead of the bulk of things that could potentially be on there that aren't selling, and put the efforts into the things that are selling and turning. So it's complicated, I guess. So Instagram, you can likewise set things up to sell on Instagram. And again, they're kind of showing you that you're connected, you've got things set up, and then you just need to finish going through the create and activate process. Then buy buttons. And this right here, I have not done this again, but what I've been under the impression is that, to me, this looks a lot like when you go into the back end of your eBay account and eBay says, hey, make a buy button that they can pay for it with, sorry, not eBay, PayPal. You, you can go into the PayPal and say, hey, here's a buy button, buy this off my website. So you can take that buy option feature and literally put it anywhere across the internet. This appears to be something very similar to that. You can specify the text that's on the button, but colors, title colors, well, all those different types of things, um, type of font, whatever, and then you I'm assuming it'll generate a little bit of a script, and then you go put that script on whatever website you're going to actually sell it on. So, but there you go. That's the options, the features that are within the channel manager on the back end of BigCommerce, admin side of BigCommerce. And this was a digital t-shirt shop. We'd love to have you subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching.